Well, today is Monday, March 16th. It's about 4:30 p.m. It is another week of my post-op loop duodenal switch surgery. I just hit 4 months last week. Today is 4 months and a weekish, so I wanted to come to you all and let you know what's been going on. So my stats are, last year I was at my heaviest at 406 pounds. Date of surgery on November 11th, 2019, I was 340 pounds. I'd gained about 8 pounds when I got home, just from all the swelling and all that. It went down pretty quickly, and today, 4 months out, I just barely weighed myself with clothes on. I'm wearing just a light shirt and some stretch pants, and I weighed in at 265 pounds. So the last couple of weeks has been, I wouldn't really say as much of a stall as I would just kind of an up and down. I've just kind of went from about 272 or so to about 266. So the scale was just going up and down. It's been a roller coaster. It went down to 265 today. I believe that's the lowest I've seen it so far. So hopefully I'm not, I'll start losing again. And I have about 100 pounds left to lose, and I really, really want it to happen. I understand it's not going to happen overnight. And I've said this 1,000 times. I know I have to be patient. I'm just such an impatient person. So impatient. I know it'll take time, but I want instant gratification now. You know what I mean? Anyhow, so there hasn't really been nothing really has been changing with my energy level. I'm still kind of bleh. I have been feeling kind of sick. A few days back, I started coughing a little bit. More nauseated every day. I haven't really been nauseated for a while, but it's just been like a slight nausea. I don't know if it's just because I am not eating when I guess I'm hungry or what, or if I have a cold, because my ears have been kind of plugged, and that cough, it's not consistent. It's just kind of, like a tickle in my throat. And I had a headache for a couple of days, and I just haven't felt very well. So a lot of times when the season starts changing over, I will start getting allergies, or I'll get a little bit of a cold. My immune system isn't the greatest, so I have an autoimmune disease, and it keeps me from, fully having a great system. One of them that I think I've talked about is fibromyalgia. So I was diagnosed with that quite a while back. My mom was diagnosed, my aunt was diagnosed, kind of a family thing. And at first I didn't want to believe it. I just thought fibromyalgia was kind of one of those things that, it's not true. Everybody's been diagnosed with it, blah, blah, blah. But I do have all the signs and symptoms. I do notice the older I get, the worse it gets. I thought maybe it was just all because I was overweight. But even losing weight, now I get this spot in my back that starts just really tingling a lot, and then it goes numb, and it's just a lot of pain, and I don't know how it feels. It's hard to say how something could be numb and painful at the same time, but that's kind of a newer thing the last couple of weeks. I've had back issues, but it's always been my lower spine because I have spinal arthritis from an ATV accident when I was in my early 20s. So I'm kind of used to that, but it's just, all the signs and symptoms, the fibro fog, the, forgetting words and not being able to concentrate, and all of the pain, like consistently. I don't think I've gone a day without some kind of physical pain for a very, very long time. My pain has lessened due to my weight loss, but then there's new pain in other spots, so I don't know. It's just life. I don't regret anything. I am really excited about this journey still. I'm really glad that I went through with it. And even though, you know, my weight doesn't always go down, sometimes my inches are, and vice versa. So, my friend's mom gave me a pair of extra large stretchy pants the other day, and they're the same size as some of my large stretchy pants that I own. So I notice it really depends on what brand you get, but I fit into them really well. I've been using them as pajamas because I usually sleep in the nude, but being that I'm a little colder now that I haven't got so much insulation, I have been sleeping in, well, basically these clothes, just a light shirt and my stretch pants. So keeps me a little bit warmer at nighttime. Summer is going to be coming here soon though, so I'll probably start wearing some shorts instead. But I wanted to talk a little bit about what everybody is talking about right now, which is COVID-19, or what people know as the coronavirus. Now, coronavirus has been around for a very, very, very long time. You know, the SARS was a COVID, and a couple of other ones. So this isn't really that much of a pandemic that I would have thought would have really gone out of control the way it is right now. I mean, when Obama was in power, there was a lot more deaths, a lot worse things that happened, but I think that he kept it together and kept the media from blowing it out of proportion. I think, and this is not at all a political station, and this is just my thought and theory. So I hope if I offend you, if you are offended by any kind of talk, especially any anti-Trump talk, you can skip past this. I will talk later without involving it, but my speculation is that Trump is... I didn't vote him as president, and I'm not going to re-vote him in. Not that it matters, because the Electoral College has all the vote anyhow, because obviously he wouldn't have won unless it was for the Electoral College, because more votes went to, what, Sanders? Yeah, anyways. So, regardless, I don't think he's dealing with this whole thing rationally. I think that everything has been blown up, and I think that, you know, it's probably a power play. And so the fact that they're taking it as seriously as they are right now is being retroactive, and it's way out of proportion. And so we're one of the states, I think all of the states in the United States have closed their schools. I know my son that lives in Arkansas right now, he doesn't have to go to school for a couple weeks. Or can't, whatever you want to say. I think they probably closed them here in Davis County too. However, my 17-year-old dropped out of school, so I wouldn't know. So, unfortunately. They are banning all of the restaurant dine-ins in Salt Lake County here in Utah. It's not my county, so I don't have to deal with that just yet. Not that I really go to restaurants as much as I used to, because, I mean, it's kind of a waste. Realistically, I don't eat a lot. When I do go, I get a lot of leftovers. But, you know, I live paycheck to paycheck, just like a lot of people do. And so I can't really afford it. And right now, we haven't stocked up on any food. Thankfully, about a week or two before people started freaking out, I was able to go to my local store and get a big thing of toilet paper, because, you know, with the Loop DS, I go to the bathroom a lot. Even before that, I've always had IBS with diarrhea. Sorry. But, and for like 15, 20 years. So I've always used more toilet paper than probably a lot of people. And so I have toilet paper right now, but I'm a little nervous about not having any here shortly, because, I mean, it happens. We run out, and there's 3 of us living in the house right now. My son constantly has his girlfriend over, so she uses toilet paper. So I was thankfully able to get a large quantity of that, but that's going to go away soon. I ordered online a bunch of meats, because I do a lot of online shopping just on a regular. My schedule just doesn't really allow me for a lot of that. I don't even get home until, anywhere from 12:30 in the morning to 3:30 or 4:30 in the morning. So I can't go to a store at that time, or I can, I guess, the 24-hour ones, but right now it's just everything is out of stock. I mean, I can't find toilet paper anywhere. I was lucky to get a half a gallon of milk the other day. Even my sugar-free popsicles, sugar-free jellos are all gone from the stores. And I already have such a very varied diet from everybody else. I mean, I can't eat sugar. It's really hard to eat carbohydrates, starches, stuff like that. So I have to get meats, and all of the meats are gone. And so it's a little frustrating. It's good for me that I don't eat a lot at one time. But at the same time, I'm going to need to get some real food, and I just don't have the ability to. And I don't have the money because of, life, to be able to just go out and buy a whole bunch of cases of stuff. And even if I did, at this point, there's not really anything left. So it's frustrating, and I'm wondering if there's going to be like major quarantines, and if I'm going to have to live in my house for 2 weeks with a 17-year-old, 6'2" kid that eats everything anyways, and then a husband that can just pack away food. Even though he's small, he can just eat and eat and eat. And then we have 2 dogs. Thankfully, I was also able to get dog food. They were the first people I thought about when I noticed that everybody was going cray-cray. So I was able to get a 50-pound bag of dog food. Not their brand, but I've been able to mix it and start them on that just in case. But if it was just me, I would be able to stick around for 2 weeks probably and not have to worry so much about not having something to eat. But with 3 people in the house plus 2 dogs, and I have a bearded dragon, but he only eats a little bit, so it's not even a big deal. But even he needs fresh vegetables, so I'm not worried about the virus. I mean, I could even have it right now, to be honest. I went out of the country on a cruise in February, as you all know, and I've been feeling ill, so I could have it. Who knows? I'm not going to go to the doctors and get tested because I don't cough on people. When I have to go to work, I'll wear a mask, and I wash my hands. I kind of keep away from trying to touch things that other people are going to be touching. So, and then when I'm not at work, I'm at home. But it is getting long. Sorry, I'm just kind of talking. I'm just venting my frustration a little bit because I think this is all kind of stupid, and the way that people are reacting is really annoying. We do have some great groups on Facebook of people that are, putting out feelers for things that they really need. I always have hand sanitizer. I sanitize my hands after I wash, or after I wash my hands after I go to the bathroom every day. So I have like 2 67-ounce big bottles of hand sanitizer. So I said that I would open one of those and kind of start spreading that around a little bit if people want some. But, people are genuinely nice as a whole, I guess. But there's a lot of people that aren't being considerate and thinking, what are the people that can't afford to go out and buy a bunch of stuff going to do on a day-to-day? Realistically, my husband just we've always been like a either day-to-day shopper or a week-to-week shopper. Like, we'll get some of the mandatory stuff for like the month, but we don't really have any canned food. I mean, I have protein powder up the yin-yang because it makes me sick and I haven't been able to really drink it, but I can do that if things get really bad. But, I mean, we don't really have big stocks of anything, so, it is what it is. I'm just sad I can't have my sugar-free Jell-O. Anyhow, so I would just ask that, anybody watching is just generous and tries to help out other people that are more at risk, like the elderly. I guess there was a confirmed baby that had gotten it and had gotten over it without any medication or anything. I don't know if that's true or not. There's a lot of news out there, but, people with autoimmune diseases, people that are older, people that can't really take care of themselves, they need a little bit of extra help. So if you can help, go out there and just offer some help to them. But, and if you need help, let me know. don't know if I'm around any of y'all, but I mean, maybe I can spare a couple of dollars or something if somebody really needs something that they can find. I'm not rich, I really am not, and I'm, struggling on how to come up with my mortgage well, it was due yesterday, but this month, because my husband came into some finances or some bills that he didn't know was going to happen, and so now he had to take a big chunk out of mortgage, and so, yeah. Anyways, problems. Everybody has their own problems, so if there's anything I can do to help, even just some support, if you want me to talk to you, that's great. And not that I have many followers on here, and that's okay. It's good to know in, 10 years when I look back on this and see what the future had held, and if I'm correct in thinking that this is just going to blow over pretty quickly, hopefully, or if it becomes a huge thing and maybe I'll be dead in a week. Who knows? Yeah, so enough about COVID, I guess. Just with the rest of life, I mean, I go back to work tomorrow. Today is my day off. Again, I haven't been feeling the greatest, but I've been feeling okay. I can drive, I can get through work, I'm not coughing around other people, so I'll wear a mask. I just got a biker's mask, like one of those that a rider's mask, and it's got a skeleton on it. It just goes around, so it's a little bit better than a dust mask that I've been wearing. So it's not going to protect me from getting it if somebody else sneezes on me, but it'll protect other people from me giving it to them if I cough or sneeze. And I'm not touching my face when it's on, and I touch my face all the time because, as I had said in a prior video, I have Tourette syndrome, and part of that is constantly like picking at my lips or, touching parts of my face. So that helps me to not touch my face and get germs all over things that I'm touching, or to get germs in my mouth. So good to go. But what else? Anything else? Yeah, I guess that's probably it. Sorry, it's kind of a long video. Here's to hoping that my stall is over. I haven't really eaten much today. I ate some protein cereal, so I need to go get some. I have some frozen meatballs. I made a half a pack in the slow cooker, and I've just been kind of munching on those to try to keep my protein up. So I'll probably go get a couple of those and eat. I've been watching Married at First Sight, just because I like reality TV shows. I don't know why. I never understand why I like them. I guess it takes me out of my own drama of my life, and I get to watch somebody else's. But thanks all for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I hope everyone stays well, stay safe, be considerate, be kind, and just check in, let me know how y'all are doing. I love you. Have a good one. Bye.